Okay, so let us talk about the data structures. So, very good part is that whatever the basic data structure required for journal programming, Python's already provided inbuilt data structure. So, if until your business use case are not required a very specific kind of data structure, there is no need to implement. But the in general common programming, common use case, the mostly used data structures, Python inbuilt library provided by us. So today we are going to talk about the one of them. Okay, and the later part we can also discuss other data structure. You can say list is the data structures inbuilt provided by the Python, and that's are widely used. So we are going to talk about the basics of this list and some examples so that you should aware about this list data structures. So before jumping to the list data structures, let's understand the basic about the data structures. What is the data structure means? So see, Python provide inbuilt data structures that can be used to why used to store and manipulate data. So as mentioned, data structures, nothing just a inbuilt library that's allow Python developer or programmer can use to these data structures like a list to storing your information on data, your information or data. Okay, in the and later part, let's you store later part you want to retrieve them as well as okay as per the condition you want to retrieve them. So both operation to storing and retrieving, we need a built-in data structure. So here till now what we studied, we have studied the variable. Variable is also kind of container that allow hold data, and whenever you want you can read them, right? So what the difference is, why not just use the variable, why need a data structure? Okay. So data structure play a role when you are going to deal not a single variable or not a single value or not a single object, but let's you want to not maintaining one employee, but you want to complete organization employee you want to manage. There may be hundreds of employees. So for maintaining 100 employees, you are not going to create 100 variables or 1000 variable to storing. Might be one employee can have a name, age, address, salary, and all are the how much variable you are going to create. So the data structure is very suit or designs when you are going to working on more than one data set or one data value or information. So we have to use data structure. Data structures are used in all programming languages, not just Python's provides, and but we should aware. And what the use case? To storing and manipulating many data, not just only one data. Okay, data can be multiple data. If you have only one data, just go with a simple variable. There is no needed data structure. Okay, so these data structures are essential for any programming task, and understanding it's crucial for writing efficient and effective code. So whenever you are know at least these data structures, so you can effectively use, and these data structures make our code more concise and more predictable, but these library are well tested. So you're not going to write each and every operation from yourself, but you are just relying on the Python library. And Python libraries design this data structure so all our common use case can be taken care by these inbuilt data structures. Okay. Okay. So let's talk the types of data structures which Python as a language support us. With data structure is independence in the computer science. This is complete subject. They have defined lots of algorithm to the build data structures. That's the linear data structure, non-linear data structure. In linear, you talk about the array, you talk about the stack, you talk about the queue, you talk about the vector. Lots of things we have. Similarly, non-linear data structure, you can talk about the tree, you can talk about the graph, you can talk about the multiple operation. So we are, as a Python programmer, this is no need to go through the complete data structure. Yes, really, if you are interested, in later part, whenever you become a basic understanding clear about the Python language, whenever you are going to work for the data modeling or data science, where you machine learning, where you have to implement the algorithm. So at that time, these data structure concept will really help you to develop and build those data structures. So for the initial purpose, let's understand these are the very crucial, very key component in the computer programming about the data structures. Data structures provide the uh, uh, you can say ready-made algorithm that's meet your the customer requirement. So data structure, the concept is algorithm. Now these algorithms like a sorting, searching, right now these algorithms you can implement in any programming language. The data structure is just computer science concept that's purely algorithm based. Those computer science concept as a data structure implemented by the almost every programming language. Similarly, Python also implemented and offer mostly used data structures, which we are going to talk. That is the heavily used about the list. So what is the list? Order collections of item. Data structure means multiple value. So here say कि order collection of item that can be any data types, including string, integer, floats, and other. So here, whenever you're going to work list, that means you are collecting the group of or related items. Item is object, item is information or data. Data can be any type. Data can be integer, data can be float, data can be string, right? So one is the basic is the list. So as you mentioned, if you're not in a programming background, even a thing as a journal, whenever you are making list of items, whenever you go to shopping or mall, hey, I want to buy this. So these are the multiple items you are going to buy in the market. Then you prepare one list. If you just go to the market and just you want to only one thing, even you don't need to prepare the list. You're not going to writing the list down all the materials you are going to buy. So similarly here, if you have a more than one items and you want to manage store the, and you want to maintain the order, then the list is order collections of items. Here item is your data or information. A data can be any types: string, integer, float, and other. And second one is the tuples. This is the order immutable collection. That means here you are collecting, you are collecting, okay. This is the list of value, but this can be ordered but can be allow modification. But here this is the immutable collection. That means key whatever the you are collecting your object, these collection cannot be modified. Means these are the immutables of item that can data can be any types again. So both list and tuples is the order collections, but tuples are allowed for the immutable data. And dictionary is the you can say sometime mapping is the unordered collections of a key value pair. So here list tuples are a make order in which order you putting in the data same order you can get, but in the dictionary or map is a kind of key and value, key 1 and corresponding value 1, okay, key 2 corresponding value 2, key 3 corresponding value 3. So in this way you are maintaining or mapping between your key and values. Whatever the values you are going to store in this data structure, you must associate each value with a unique key so that your value can be quickly accessible. Okay, so these are the list is the one of data structures, tuples is another, dictionary is the another, and similarly one is the set. Now set is the also unordered collections of the unique item. So whatever we learn like a list, set can have a list of but value can be duplicate. Maybe order collections but value can be immutable. But here set sometime you want to our list are data's unique items. So in those scenario you can get set. The set allow unordered collection of unique item. That means they are not allowed duplicate. That means list and tuples are allow duplicate. Okay. And some are lots of these data structure like stack data structure, queue data structure. That's are the basic computer science, but this is also supported. Okay, so let's talk about the stack data structure. That means last in first out. This is the kind of data whenever you put one data, another data, another data, another data, another data, another data. So whatever data come in the last, whenever data come, I say let's give me, so always this data you return, then this return, then next data return, then this data return. So this is the concept of the last in first out data. So that's allow a principle that last item inserted to be get first when it's removed. So this is the way you can say stack. And a queue is the kind of also data structure where say this is the one item, then second item, then third item, fourth element, fifth element, sixth element, seventh. So now this is the kind of a your queue, okay, and the queue. So you go to the any railway ticket booking systems where we have a one counter. In this counter you go and make a queue, okay, make a queue, okay. So in this queue whatever the person first come first can be uh, get the service or access to the ticket window. So in this case, so first in first out mean data structure that allow principal first item inserted to be get first. So here just like in a queue, whenever you go to the shopping mall, a payment system or ticketing counter, you maintain a queue. So the person who come first can get served. That is known as a queue data structure concept. And here is the like a stack is just like a pile of your books or plate. You are just arranging one on top of another top, another top, another top, another top, another top, another top. If someone want to go to take one plate, let's take out one, another one, another one. That is the last in first out. So these all are the data structure concept. You can just get the benefit of this list data structure which allow you to implement or you allow to get the feature. And as we discussed, like sometime you can say map data structure. Similarly, like a dictionary, maps are unordered collections of key value pair. This is the like a linear data structure. That means they talk about the, and similarly non-linear data structure, a hierarchical data structure like a trees, graph. So hierarchical data structure accomplish the node where node have zero or more child. Kind of this is the one element, then another element. They have a two element, another element, another. This is the kind of data structure. This is also known as a tree data structure. Similarly, graph is the also non-linear data structures for the node and edge. That means here maybe in any social media where we have a this kind of a node, edges, vertices right now. So in this case, okay. So here each have a node and node have a multiple nodes are connected to the edges. Okay, so these are the some basic concept: list, set, map, tree, graph. All are these details about the in general data structures. But surely in a Python as a programmer, we are not going to read all this, but we are just understand whenever you are going to work in the collections of elements or data or items, you need use data structures. And data structures is help us to store and manipulate and retrieve those store element. So in short, Pythons are implemented. So Python's data structure implementation. Python provides the several built-in modules and library that implement these the data structure concepts. Like we talk about the list, tuples, dict, set, collections, array, numpy, pandas. These are lots of library. There's a third-party library also available. They can offer you the data structure. So we should have a just Python library offer us. So what we are going to learn? We are going to learn how the library. I say library. That means a Python engineer already build a Python module for us. Module means the file. Okay, and they have written all the functions for us, and we just in our this is let's I am going to write my Python program. So I am just going to, hey, I am going to use this the list data structure, and they have a set of function. I can invoke them, I can call them, and just done. So we are just going to understand how we can use the list data structure, tuple, set, dictionary. These are the things. So let's talk about the specific list. I can say the list is in a Python is the order, means list maintain the order in which the elements are added. So here if you maintain the list, so they are putting element 1, element 2, element 3, element 4, element 5. You want to get, you can same order you can get the element. This is only order collections element. Mutable, that means whatever the element, the list can be modified after creation, means element can be added, removed and modified. So once you created this list, you can add more if you want, or you can remove some element. So the list data structures are mutable. That means you can add more, you can remove even after creation of the list. Okay. Okay, and this the item whatever you are storing in this list, okay, that's are indexed base. Index base means the list elements are indexed, means each element can be accessed using its position. Index means let's say you are putting the element 2, element 5, element 8. Okay, so I want to access 2 or 5 or 8. How so? So what the list say, let's say for every element they provided one index. This is the 0 index, this is the 1 index, this is the 2 index. Okay, so that means each element I want to access the element 8, so I can say, hey, this is my list, I want to offer 2. I can get the specific element. Okay, and list allow duplicate. That means Here even I can add one more element and I can put again 5. So even here 5 and here 5 also. So list allow duplicate means, okay, list are index. Why? Because they have an index number 3, they have index number 1. And a dynamic inner side, that means while going to create list, I don't know the number of element I am going to store in this list. So Python allow her, don't worry. Whatever currently the number of element you have, let's add them. Let's add them. Let's add them. And you know, one feature is my mutable. If you need more element, just add them. Just add them. Just add them. Internally, Python library manage the storage part. How they are going to storing more and more and more. Later part you want to remove some element, you can do. So in short, the list in the Python is the order collections that allow you can add a more element of this. These are accessed from the index basis. They are allowed duplicate, and the size in the dynamic. There is no any fixed size at the time of creation list. You have to specify the size. Just leave the default, and dynamically the number of element you are going to add, it will grow. Or if you are going to remove the element, it will going to shrink. Okay. So let's how to create. So list can be created just using this syntax. This just make this syntax and to put the value. Hey, this is a 5, this is the 7, this is the 9, this is the 2. Okay. So this is considered as a this is the list. One way. Another way is the list constructor. That means another way you can use the list and provide your detailed value whatever you want to provide, 7, 8 and 9. So these are the two way where you are going to create the list object. One using this open and close bracket, and second using the list parenthesis. So here say numbers, okay, numbers, okay, numbers, just equal to say hey this numbers 5, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so these are the print numbers. Okay, so these are the number. I want to, what are the types of this? You can say type and say numbers. You can get the, it is the list. You want to, what is the size? A length numbers. Okay, so these are the type is the function you can tell in the type. Length is a function that tell us the number of element that hold. Okay, later part you can say hey this is the one way. Another way you can initialize the num equal to, you can use the inbuilt constructor here and you can pass here like 9 1 5 6, and same you can okay, so, so this way, so you can just okay, so you can find this is your one way. You can use this syntax, one syntax using this open and close, and put whatever the number of element initially you know using the comma comma comma. Another syntax using the list as a constructor. You can use the list constructor, and here whatever the value you have you can just provide here, hey this is the 2 5 8 9. These are together. Okay, so this is the way you can create the list. So both way generally developer prefer the this syntax. This is very concise and simple way. Just use the open and close curly brace and it's become a list. Okay, and there is a concept of indexing and slicing. That means uh, list element can be accessed using the index. That means here, let us, I want to access this the 5. So how can I access? Element, number, num, open and close. This is the one things whenever you are making the list, okay, list of item 5, 9, 8, 7, 6. So these are internally by default Python library given the unique syntax. This is the 1, this is the 2, this is the 3, this is the 4, this is the 5. Okay, 4. So in this way here, this is the 0 position, this is the 1 position, this is the 2 position, this is the 3 position, this is the fourth position. If you want to access the 5, that means you have to access this second element. You can get the element 5. Okay, so here you can just simply say 2. So you can get the element 5. Or if you want to uh, first element, you can say num 0. 0 is the first element. In this way, you can get the element 9. So these are the, you can say specify the index 0, that means that you are getting the output 1. You can specify 4, that means this is 0, this is the 1, this is 2, this is the 3, this is the 4. So you can get the last element. Any pin. Slicing is used to extract the subset of an element. What do you mean by? So let's, we have a this the list, and list have a couple of element. So here I want this let's 375. I want to only this list. This is this part I want only, but I don't want this number, this number, this number. Or maybe we have a element. I want just this part of the element. I don't want this element, right? So any subset, you can say sub part, a set of element, maybe 2 3 4. If you want to only one element, just index provide, but you want to two element, three element, four element, then you have a concept of slicing. Okay, so slicing generally in the three phases, right? One way, whatever the you have a list, whatever the list you have, one way you want to only specific portion, this portion to this portion. So that means this is our starting index, this is our end index. You can just tell in this way, you can just tell. Okay, so this is your starting index, which element from you want, and this is the index. Uh, this is the index you tell. Hey, this is the outer index which before you want. This is known as a slicing a substring. Another way, if we have a list, I want just slice on the basis of this one point. This is the one pointer. I want to maybe complete left hand side, or I want to just access this one. Or another way, we have a list. I want to slice them, but I want to access the right part only. So these are the three permutation combinations. One is the this way, another way is the this way, Just here left and just blank. This is the blank, this is the left. In this way you can specify the left index, right index, right index, left index. So whenever you can specify 2 here, that means 0, 1, 2. From 2 to they start till the all. They are splitting on the basis of this. Here say 2, that means whatever the element till 2 is this one. Okay, we have a numbers. Let's number 8, 9, 1, 2, 4, 6. Okay, and so they print all. Okay, so I want to split only two part. Let's see, I want to split in half. Okay, half. So this is the 0, 1, 2. This is the 3. So I want to split from 3 to 3. One say print numbers. So here first objective I am going to split in this half. This is the two part. So I want take only this right hand part. I want to take this right hand part. So this I know the index position of 0, 1, 2, 3. I just mention 3 and I want to all here. I want to all the value here. All the value right now. So I cannot specify here. I just leave the blank. So I send 3 colon 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 blank. So this may after 3 they are giving everything. Okay. So here say 3 and column and just run it. So after 3 you are getting everything. So you want to know before 8 I want everything. This means I have this number, I have this number. I am going to split this, but I want the left hand side. So I have to just leave the this is the splitting on the basis of third position, but I want to get all the value of this. So I am just leave the blank here. So I am going to write like this way. I am going to say leave this blank and I need the 3. So now you are splitting and getting the left part. This is the left part, this is the right part. So one way that means just you are only splitting on the basis of one index. Whatever the index we have, just split them on the specific index. Okay, and now once you split, they are list are divided into two parts, left part and right part. Okay, which part you are interested? You are the only left part, so just blank the left and provide the index okay, and you get that. You want to write part, then you provide the index and leave the blank as the right part. Now the next possible scenario, no, I just don't want to this one. I want to only this specific subset, this is specific element. Maybe here 2, 3, 5, 8, 9. So this is the 0 index, this is the 1 index, this is the 2 index, this is the 3 index, this is the 4th index. So I want this 2 element. So we have to specify this. So how can I specify? I can specify I want to this 3, that means key is index 1 till index 3. I have to provide index 3. That means 3 index is not included before that. That means till here. Okay, these are included. So similarly, in this case, if I specify 1, 1 means 0, 1. They include the 7 and 0, 1. This is the 2, 3. So this is the 3 not included. Only this 7 and 2. These are the you can get the value. So here say print numbers 1 colon 3. So you can get this sub element, right? So these are the possible scenario, but splitting this slicing can be any place you can do right now. Slicing of an array, you can do multiple slicing. You can take this portion, or you can take this portion, or you can take this portion. Any slicing you can do. Just ensure that you are providing the starting index and the end element which you want, but that is here, that is the additional one, so that this value can be included. If you want to this value included, you provide some plus one index. Be careful. So these are the indexing and slicing. So even the whenever you're going to access element can be any type, maybe string, maybe anything. So not only the number system, in the you can say hey, strings, yeah, names, you can say names, and you can say hey John, you can say Mary, you can say Tino. Okay, these are the names. So you can say just print. Okay, printing. Okay. You want to just index 1, index 2, similarly index 1 I want print. Okay, print them. Okay. So in this way you can similarly length everything. Whatever the element you want to access, just provide the index here. One element. And if you want to after one everything, before one thing slicing, you can do. This is the concept very unique in this Python language, the negative indexing as well as. But many other programming languages like Java and other programming languages are not allow the negative indexing. But Pythons allow negative indexing. What do you mean by that? Means let us you have an this is the your list. This is your list, and this list have a element this. So by default, one is the positive indexing. That means this is 0, this is the 1, this is the 2. Okay. So here you can also start. So negative indexing means means start from the end. The minus 1 refer to the last element, minus 2 the second last. That means this is a minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 in this way. So this is the first things, the index part, this and this, maybe positive indexing or negative indexing. It is taken care by the Python library. You should know aware, yes, Python support both kind of indexing. But generally, whenever you're writing code, we are using the positive index. But you cannot say Python cannot support. Python support the negative indexing. So let us example. Here I can say minus 1. So in other programming language, if you say this is the this one, and you can say this is the minus 1 as well as. Okay. So notice minus 1. Minus 1 start from here. Minus 2, minus 3. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Okay. And one thing, what happened currently, you notice you are able to see the number here. Here you know the list value. Okay, this is the only 3, so you can say this is the -1, this is the -2, this is the -3. What happened? I write -4. Yeah, this is the 0 indexing, this is the 1, this is the 2. I want to access third element. Is there an element at a third, or is there any element at a 4? So Python library, compiler or interpreter complains. So let's try. I say number index -4, okay, and print here. So it will complain, right? So please be ensure that whatever index you are providing, that index must have an element. If whatever the list boundary have, within a list, you can access any element via the index, but you cannot specify any index outside of the list. So there is a no element, this is a no element. If you are trying like here, you are trying like something, you can say, hey, error. What error say? Error say ki number is not defined. Did you forget the import number something? So okay, I'm sorry, I'm missing something. Yes, should be names, not numbers. Okay, now you are getting exception. List index of outbound. So whatever the list we have, list is work on the index. Okay, list is work on the index. So if you are getting element under the index, it's okay, but you will not go outside of the index. You cannot access the element outside of the index. So if you, then you can get exception, index out of boundaries. So index starting can be positive, can be negative. Is positive index start from the 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. Okay, negative index start from -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, in this way. Okay, so range of indexes, so we be carefully understand, we can specify the range of indexes by specifying to start and end element. You can say like range of indexes, that means slicing. So let's key, I want to, this is the my list, this is the my list, this is the my list here. This is the one element, two element, three element, four, five element, six element. Here 0 index, 1 index, 2 index, 3 index, 4 index, 5 index, 6 index. So I want to get element from 2, 3, 4. This element, this string I want. Okay, this element I want. So what I can specify, I need the index 2, uh, I need a 3, 2, 3, 4. So I have to specify the 5. If I specify 5, I can get this element cherry, orange, and wiki. So this is known as a slicing or range of index. Okay. So when you specify range, the return value will be the new list. And okay, so whatever you are specifying, they are just returning, creating one new list, and then they return to you. If you change, so let us okay, so let us number like 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5. So here you can say like num uh, part, like num part. you can say I want only this part. I want to take this element, okay, this element in a separate list. So this is the overall your overall list. This is the 0 1 2 3 4. So you have to want to this 2, so you can specify from 2 to I want to 3, so I have to specify 4. So whenever I specify 2 to 4, 2 to 4, they return this is the new. So here trying to say that they are going to create one new list, and whatever the value here copy this, and whatever the value copy this, and they create a new list. So here say I need a number of 0 1 2. I need a 2 colon, I need a 3 4, I need a 4, I need to specify the. So if you print num print, and you can say num part print, okay. So now we have a, this is the one list, I have another list, okay. If you change something, let's say you change say hey, I am going to change num part 0 position, okay. So be careful, this is the one position. Let's one thing 0 1, let's start from 1, okay. Okay, okay. So okay, okay, I'm missing something, okay. So what scenario here, we have a, this is the from, this is the one, this is the one substring I put out. So I'm trying to say that this is the new list, original list is the same. If you are do any modification here, it will not impact here. So let's do. So now I am going to change here too. So I say, I am going to say whatever the num of 0 1 position, assign new value two, okay. So let's print here, okay. So notice here the original was changed, but my the second sub portion are not changed, still they are 2. So here I'm trying to say whatever the sub string you are getting, whatever the substring you are populating here, that is separate the list. This is a separate list, and the value are copy here, value are copy here, value are copy here. If you are going to letter part change, like here I change 2 to a capital letter, so this list only change, this list is not changed, this is the different new list, okay. So here the same things this point say. When specify the range, the return value will be the new list with a specific item. And again, you can want to get the specific like 2 to 5. That means 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 means 5 not included, only 4 to this. This is the one you want. Here say 2, after that 0 1, after 2 everything, this will be the complete list you can get. 4 before 0 1 2 3 4, that means before that everything you can get in this way. So here let us example like print, okay, the element 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 7, let's do 6 6 comma 7. 7. Here say num 2 colon 5 or 2 colon or 2 colon. So these are the different slicing, and you can get here 2 to 5, 0, 1, 2. Now that means 2 to 5. You are getting the value, right? This is the 2 to 5. And after 2, that means after 2, everything you can get. After 2, everything you get. Here, before 2, everything you get. Before 2, everything you get. So these are the different slicing, and each this list is a separate new list. They are not directly pointing to the original list. And similarly, you can also provide the range of the negative as well as. We can say here, like whatever the my list this is have, they have a both indexing. This is start from a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is start -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, and -7. So you can specify making a range from the positive, even you can making range from the negative. So here the same thing you can do to the minus value right now. So let's do print. Just okay, and you can just specify same here minus. Okay, it will works for the minus. Okay, what is happen minus 2 to minus. Okay, here we have to specify minus 5 to minus 2. You get the value, right? You get the value. Here is by minus 2. That means they are going to split -1, -2 from here. So from here they split. It's -2. That means they are going to -1, -2. From here they split, right? So here they splitting to here. So you can say 6 and 7. 6 and 7. Okay, before you want, so that is everything here. Everything here. So sometime negative index or positive index you can use for your convenience. And sometime you want to check the particular items या element exist in the list or not. Okay, so to determine if the specific items is present in the list or not. So how will say? This in this case you have a just use the in operator. You can use this the in keyword. In is the keyword is tell us like here. Okay, so let's say check print. Let's check 3 in num. Okay, so it will check 3 in num or not. Just check. Okay, that's true. Let's see. I can write the I want to check. Let's this 3 in num false, because this is the small letter are here, then I can match. Capital letter not match. No. So anything you can check in this list particular number or element exist or not. You can see the in is the keyword in a Python. And let's see, I want to read all the elements in this list. So one way you can using the like simply num dot print. Okay, print, they will print everything, right? Everything, but I want one by one, first one, then they print everything. I want to one by one. So here you can say okay, then you can have concept for element, element, element in our num, then print element. In this way you can get one element, then one element, then one. So here in this way, so what happening here, this is the element. Okay, this is your number. So you can say the element in num, that means this element is going to the first this number, print them, then again go to the next element, then print them, go to the next element, then print them, go to the next element, then next element, then next element, then next element, then when last element, then this then loop is the stop. So this is the way in element can use to one thing, check the particular element exists in the list or not. Another way you can use the in keyword to use with the for to get each and every element. Right? So here simply you can use the X element in the list and print everything. Okay. Okay. Even you want to loop through the index number as well as. So you can also use the loop through the index item referring the index number. You have a use the function range and length. Two functions you are going to use to make the index as well as. So let us generally we so hey print number as 3. So you are accessing till now we know we can access the number using the index. Okay, this is the one. So same thing you can do is the here say I am going to the for take an element in take an index, let's say take an index in range. Range is a function that also require the length. So whatever the length, how can I know the length of this? So can say hey I need the length of our num. Okay, now here say print, I want to print the index, like index excuse me, index, and the value is the num of index. Okay, in this way you can run, you can get the value. So in this way you can say 0 index 1 value, 1 index 2 value, 3 index 3 value, 4 index. In this way you can get the value one by. So if you want to use the index, you use the range function. Range function just need the length. So in general you can say range is the just like a function like for a in a range, let's set 5, like 5. Okay, 5 column, 5. Hey. So just 0, they start from 0 to till 5. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they give range look like a, just assume like a list of uh, number from 0 to n. Here say range 5. That means they start 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This way they are giving every element. So here element we are printing. So range is just the for just specify from 0 to till the range. So here I know the length of my here length is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they give you the 7. They start from the 0 to 7. So due to that they are printing 0 to 7 year number. Okay, 0 to 6. So sometime you can loop the every element in the list via the indexing as well as. The loop you can also use the another kind of loop, while loop. You can also use the loop through item using the while loop. So here again take a length function, determine the length of list, and you start from 0 till the element. Okay. So here another way you can also do. So instead of range, you can manually say, hey, what is the length? Uh, let's say ln length equal to length of my nums. Okay, and let's start index from 0. Okay, 0, and one other loop while index greater than 0, then print num of index. You can say even say index column, whatever the value, and here say after that you can say index equal to index plus 1. Okay, in this way also you can whatever. Okay, index should be uh, it should be less than then. Okay, this is the less than, yes, true, then print them, increment them till the loop is going. Okay, so in this way you can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the index. You can use this for loop or while loop or range function to access every element of in a list, right? Okay, what happened? Okay. Good. So this is the concept of list comprehension. The list comprehension of the shorter syntax. You want to create the list based on the existing list. So you can say, hey, in different way you can say. One way, this is the another way. That means you have a one list, and you are making the new list. So you need new list like a blank, and one by one value you can append them if the particular found. Okay, here you can say, hey, this element has a in this, yes, add list. This element has a, add in the list. This element has no a. This element has a, yes, so you can add the create a new list. So this is, that means you have a one list. You want to make another list here from the element here but only specific which are match particular condition. Like if a particular letter A found, then make a new list. So generally in the programming you can do this way. So same thing you can do with a list a sorter way. So just create the new list, the whatever the element x for the fruits if x in this. So let's do it. Okay. So here I want to find one new list, new num. Okay. Initially I start with a blank. Okay. But I want all the numbers that have a letter T, yeah, 4 or E. Okay. The any element which have element uh, E that would get. Okay. So here say one thing, say hey, one way you can say, right, hey, okay, let's I am going to loop it, uh, element 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 in num list, you can say good name num list. Okay, num list. Okay, and if check if letter E in element, okay, then you can say just append, you can say new num dot append and just append the element. Okay, so and num new list, new num list print. So this is the generally we can create the one uh, list from the existing list that's have a letter E. Okay, so the same things you can write in the sorter hand. Simple say, hey, new num list I want to make here. Instead of assigning blank and each an event you are so here say whatever the element you want, let's key element I want element. So here say I want element, okay, element for element in, again you specify the your num list right now. Here whatever the here same syntax you can say right here for e whatever the for e, this is the same syntax here you can write here. Okay, same syntax you write here right now. So here let's I can just change the same element. Okay, same thing I say right here, and this is the condition, this is the condition also I write here. If this, okay, that's done. So both, so you can say this is the known as a list comprehension sorter form. You can write this code in this 4 line or just 1 liner. So while declaring this variable, same time you can say I want to element here, surely need element, here need element, but this element from the list, whatever the yes you are doing for loop here, same thing you are doing here, and whatever the condition checking this, same condition is specified here. This syntax known as a list comprehension sorter form when you want to create the new list. Okay, sometime whenever you read the some developer written sorter sentence when you want to create the new list based on the existing list, you can use the list comprehension. And the list comprehension can be in a different way. That this is the basic syntax, like a new list, your expression for your item in your existing list, condition if true. So these are the syntax. So this is the new list, this is the existing list. Okay, this is the existing list. Okay, here, and you can say, hey, I want to x element for x in this, and if condition not the match. Okay, so these are all permutation combination. You can simply say all the elements, you want to make all the elements. So here say maybe I want to like duplicate dupl duplicate list. Okay, duplicate list, simply say, hey, just every element, I don't want to provide any condition. Okay, I want to element just element in this list, and this will print duplicate. It says duplicate number, just like the original. Whatever this number, similarly you want to duplicate. You want to filter something, you can to apply filter. Even a range wise, maybe less than, get the any uppercase, lowercase, want to just two uppercase from this list. Okay, everything you can get a new list. Okay, here you can say even two uppercase. So you can get duplicate lists with the two uppercase as well. So you can say lots of these operations you have, maybe just range, uppercase, check particular hello in this print, just print hello, hello, hello. If you can also put the condition first, if else as well. So you can specify else if the different way. This is sometime when you are more experienced, at that time your way of writing code is going to reduce. You're not going to write more code. You are trying to achieve the same logic in the minimum line of code. In those scenario, list comprehension help to write the code, concise code, a small code to meet the same objective. Okay, and even you can sort them list as well as maybe. Okay, so if you have a number, that's this is the same list. Okay, I want to sort them, maybe so simply you can say num list dot print, and you can say num list dot sort dot print. So here you can get the sorted list. Okay, they not return any value, then you can say sort, and after that you can just again print. So you can, this is a sorted list by the FFOSXXTW, right? Now this is a sorted list. Okay, this is the way you can, even you can do the sorting on your number, sorting on your string as well as. So here we're sorting on the any number list, num ls, and maybe you have a 9 1 2 7 2 6, right? And you can just say, hey, print, and you can say dot sort, print. You can get this. The sorting in the case of a string, alphabet alpha according to the alphabet letter, according to the number, they can to sort according to the number. Yeah. And even you want to some ascending descending order, they have to specify here reverse equal to true. Then make a reverse so if again say, hey, I want to sort num list dot sort, here say reverse equal to true. Okay, is this just specify reverse equal to true, and after that you will print. Okay, just test. So notice this is the alphabetic order. Now this is the reverse order from the reverse order. Similarly, in the number system, you can also do, hey, I want to reverse. Then they say reverse equal to true. And if you run, the numbers are order in the descending order. So if you want to, by default, the sort functions are sort your data in the ascending order. If you want to descending, you can just specify reverse equal to true, and this way you can get the sorted list. And sometime you want to sorted maybe some letter is the capital and lowercase, then what happens? Let's example here. So in this case, let's I make this is the our capital letter T. So if you run here, so notice T become a first. Okay, so let's become a yes 6. Okay, so notice here what happened. First S, then T, then 4 5 6. This is not making any sense, because if your string is in upper and lower case, so by default, sorting is happening on the basis of ASCII character. So what do you mean ASCII character means? They are no. Your capital letter A to Z, small letter A to Z. They have a, I think, 65 something something something, then this is the 97 something something something. So notice this is your lower number, this is your higher number. Due to that, your S and T is always come first, and then 4 5 6 7 8. So sometime you want no alphabet, maybe small letter or capital letter, still I want to sorting the same way. So in this scenario, you have to use the function here, whatever the function is the sort. So here you can say, here say sort, not the default, sort on the basis of key. And key say whatever the our str data type to lower, to lower, just okay. So notice here they are sorting on the basis of two lower. So again, S is proper place, T is the proper place. Even this is the different value. So this is happening in this way. You can do this. So similarly here you also you can specify. So you can tell which sorting means you can tell your case as well as to apply your sorting. So many times this is very helping. So whenever you are a string content, some small letter, some lower letter, small letter, I want to smooth sorting in the cases of capital letter or a small letter, whatever, just convert to lower and then sort them. And this is the, instead of specify the reverse order, you can simply say reverse. This is the one function automatic, we have a reverse. Okay, here say instead of this you can simply say, hey num dot reverse, just make the reverse order. If sorted, then reverse. Reverse means from here to the printing by default, else they print the reverse from 6 to 9, they are printing reversing. So sometime you want to just reverse the number, you can use the reverse function. Okay, So maybe you can just you can upload some current sorting and just reverse them for the descending as well as. Okay. So in this scenario, hey, first you sorted them. Okay. First sorted them. Okay, sorted them, and then after that you can say, hey, num list dot reverse. Okay. So you can reverse. So even the sort and then again reverse, you can get the reverse. This is the sorted order, this is descending order. Okay. Even you can here in the sort you can also give your function as well as. Currently you can give in the reverse, you can give in the two lower function. Similarly, you can write your own function, whatever the function defined and whatever the function business logic. Sort function going to apply each and every element if the matches criteria. That means you are going to customize sorting. So you can also do customize your function by using the keywords argument is equal to your function name, and function will return the number that will be the sort on the basis of lowest number or highest number, whatever you want. Whatever the function you want to implement it, you can get the sorting. And one things you have a copy the list instead of making manually comprehensive list to duplicate. We have a function the copy the list, make the new copy of this list. Okay, so there are a couple of way we can say using this copy function or using the list constructor or using the colon. This is the three way you can use to make a copy of the elements. Okay, copy function, list method, and the slicing operator. Okay, whatever you have. Okay, okay, so here you can say one thing. This is the first your num list, and you can say num list dot copy. Okay, they make a copy list, copy list. The same duplicate links you can say in this way, or another way you can say copy list one way, one equal to you can say just list and pass the num list. This is a another way print. And this is also you get the duplicate copy. Or another way, and let's do here say whatever the num list slice. So slice means everything you can mention this blank, this is everything they can give you. Okay, you can guess the everything. So these are the different way. One is the copy function, another is the list constructor, another is the slicing operator. That make help us to make a copy of an existing. Okay, so whatever the why need a copy, because this is the original list. If let's say this is worked by this person, someone going to change here. If this by the access by the multiple copy, they every function get the reflected value. So instead of sending this complete list, make a copy the list and then send. Make a copy the list again send. So that this method can work on this method can work on this. If something modification happen, original are not impacted. So copying list is a very key case in case of make your data each and every functions work on its own copy. Okay, and even if you have let's say two list, you can also join them and make one list. Maybe join, you can say a concrete. So here we have the option that key, we have a two lists, and you can just plus operator, or you can just use the for loop and using append method plus them, or just say extend method. These are the different way using the plus operator, append method, or extend method. Make a join or concrete list. Okay. So hey, six like list one equal to, let's A comma B comma C. Another ls list two. Let's have a, let's say like one comma two comma three. Okay. Okay. And now we say ls three. Just you can say ls one plus ls two and ls print ls3. You can get the two or concrete list. Okay. Or you can simply say another way, hey, ls4 equal to ls1 dot extend ls2 ls4. In this way also you can what happened. Okay, whenever you are going to, this is already modified. Okay, so you don't need to assign the, so here say ls1 dot extend ls2. So ls1 extended already, just print ls1. The ls1 is already modified, they are expanded to the two. I thought generally these are two are more preferable. Sometimes someone say just write the code for loop and extend as well as right now. So instead of this, you can say, hey, I can just for x in ls1, let's ls2 ls2, okay, and just append in ls1 ls1 dot append x. Okay. Append x. Okay, and just colon and print ls1. Okay, so in this way you can also programmatically append the one by one element and make. So these are the different way: plus operator, for loop, and append method or extend method. This method make our two list or join or concatenation of the list. So list have a list of method, you can say. You can use any like append method, adding an element at the end of list. So append method, whatever the list element we have, they are going to append at the last one more element. Okay. Clear, just remove all the elements. Copy, just copy the new list. Count function. Extend, we can just make a extend, add more element like a joint. Index, get the return index. Insert, add the element and specific position. Pop, remove the remove the element from the specific position. Remove, reverse, sort, all these functions we have, you can just explore them. That's are very handy. These are the very limited, you can say, but there are lots methods. Just go to the Python specific library and you can find the more list of the functions already offered by this list data. Just go to the official documentation here. Whatever the data structure we discussed, that's on the official documentation, you can say. This is a Python tutorial. We go to the, and all these data structure list append, extend, insert, remove, pop, clear, every method, huge list. And even a good part, they are given an example to you. Can just go through and read out all this package. Whatever we discuss here, everything you can find here with good detailed descriptions of this data structure you can find here. So hope this will give the very basics idea about the list data structures, how we can create list, how we can get element, add element, copy them, remove them, list them, duplicate them, reverse them, and just you do the practice. You just write the code, and then you feel comfortable how the Python provides very simple, easy way to work on the list data structure. That's for the day. Thank you.